why the same silence that allows the destruction of Gaza feeds Islamophobia and hatred at home. And this time, no one can pretend they did not know. The genocide is live streamed before our very eyes. Every bomb, every child pulled from the rubble, every family wiped out is witnessed in real time.
Joining us, the first and most important thing that you all must understand is that when you decide to take part in student resistance, you are not joining a society or a club. You are joining a movement. It is a movement that has existed long before us, but inshallah, the one that we will bring to victory, to liberation. What you are joining is a liberation struggle, and it is one that will be victorious because it is promised to us. This is a movement that will require from you all incredible discipline, commitment and consistency. Palestine is not a hobby. It is a cause that is the most just. It is the highest honor of our lives, in the words of our beloved martyr journalist Hussam Shabbat. Our universities, my fellow students, have spent generations investing in and aiding in justice to arrive to the point that they are at now, of incomprehensible complicity. Our institutions are financing a genocide.
So today marks obviously 2 years of Palestinian genocide by the Israeli state since October 7, 2023. Across the world, we've seen a rise of anti-intellectualism where many states and people across the world have downright refused to recognize the Palestinian cause and the Palestinian genocides. And for centuries, the student movements have always been key in highlighting the plight of minorities and those who have been oppressed across the world. Whether that's within Vietnam, the civil rights movement, and now more contemporarily Palestine. There is movements like these where I've come to where it's good to see grassroots movements from the intellectuals of our country. I think regardless of the day, I think protesting on October 7th has made this Palestinian movement more significant more than ever, purely because of the significance for both sides of the conflict, as the Israeli source of pain and as a Palestinian moment of liberation. Sure, Pakistan might go on and say that these protests are un-British, but we have our rights within a liberal democracy to protest whenever we want. And choosing this date as October 7th to highlight the Palestinian cause more so than the Israeli cause, because to see Israelis cry about their own 9/11, let's say, whereas Palestinians have been suffering for 76 years, shows the poignancy of the Palestinian movement and how, regardless of whatever day we picked, it wouldn't have mattered. Even though we picked October 7th, I'm glad there's more controversy around it because it generates more publicity for the Palestinian movement. If the civil rights movement, I don't know, that coincided with the founding of the KKK, it would have made more of a difference. It doesn't matter. I think having the day be on October 7th, though it might be controversial to some people, if anything, has boosted the popularity of the Palestinian movement, because lo and behold, it never started on October 7th. We could have chosen any other date, and we chose this day specifically to highlight the cause of the Palestinians, because it hasn't been going on for 2 years. It's been going on for almost 70 odd years now. It's ridiculous to think that this is un-British when we are within our own rights to protest whenever we want for whatever cause we want, especially a cause like this.
I'm Jamie from the Revolutionary Communist Party. I'm a student at UCL, and I've come here to protest in favour of Palestine, try and bring the ideas of revolution, of intifada, and to explain why it's not okay for us to just be sitting passively by whilst there's a genocide taking place, but that we have to be learning from the tremendous movements which are taking place all across the European continent, with millions of people out on the streets in support of the Palestinians, occupying the docks, refusing to ship arms to Israel. And these are the sort of methods which we have to bring to Britain if we're to bring pressure to bear on the Starmer government to defend the Palestinians. Well, I think that the government's always going to try and find some excuse to be opposed to these protests, right? We've seen that there's been no protest which has happened over the past 2 years, which the government has been in favour of, right? They've been demonising them, calling them hate marches and so on. And so they try and whip up a controversy about holding them today. But ultimately, this is the anniversary, the 2-year anniversary of the start of the genocide in Gaza, right? The start of the destruction of tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people. And it would be wrong of us not to protest and to understand the true significance of today, which is, yes, the anniversary of that horror, but also the beginning of worldwide resistance against that, which has reached new proportions in recent weeks. Well, I think we want to build a broad movement of students, make sure that everyone's aware of the complicity of the universities in their ties to the arms companies, the banks, the construction companies, and so on, which are all tied into the system of imperialism which supports Israel. But as well as a student movement, we want to broaden it out, right, to spread the message to the university staff, to the workers, people who live nearby, and to mobilize the whole country in support of the Palestinians and against Starmer's government, which is supporting a genocide, supporting war around the world, which is imposing austerity at home, taking money from ordinary working people in this country as well.